Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
Cowboy Nation, Cowboy headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy
Yeah.
G, one Cowboy fan, Hampton, along with my guy, Football Junkie. Give it up. And here we are on Saturday, sit down, straight barbershop talk. We finna give you some news that you can use. Give it up. All right. With that being said, man, as you can tell in my voice and my energy, there is some high energy, some high
Yeah.
vibrations going on
Yeah.
with me
Yeah.
today, brother. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, how you feeling on this morning, Saturday morning, July 26, 2025?
Live at 5. I like to say is this on the cowboy tip, you either gonna get junked out or gonna get punked out. Period point blank.
Wait a minute, man. Sound like some cage fighting going on, some UCF or some UFC going
Yes,
on.
sir. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, the title, High Energy in Cowboys Camp.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just jump right on into it, man. Let's share with them what we're talking about. We're talking about this
Yes,
is what
sir.
this is what high energy looks like for about junkie. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir. Calm
We're not gonna
down.
play the music, but coach got the cone on his head. Now
Yeah.
this isn't warm up. They're just warming up. I, dude,
Yeah. We getting ready for drill. We drilling right now. Drilling and thrilling. That's what's going on. Drilling and thrilling. Yes, sir. Drilling and thrilling. Yeah.
are you
Hey man,
serious? This is what's
like I was telling you earlier, man, it's got to start with the coaches, man. The coaches got to feed the energy and they got to exhume it,
yeah,
man. Players
yeah,
feed off the coaches, the players gonna have to exhume that energy and stuff like that. You can't come in like a lump on a rock on a log, man, like Mike McCarthy was. We sit and watch Mike McCarthy looking like a straight up doofus every motherfucking oops, sorry about that. But every Sunday. It's hey man, it's barbershop
it's a
talk,
high
hey man.
it's a
But
high
hey y'all,
energy.
it's high energy, man. Like I said 3-4 weeks ago, man. I'm hyped, dog. I'm hyped because I'm
Yeah,
seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the progressive movement going on with the Cowboys and stuff like that, man. I'm looking at
yeah,
what they had brought in. Looked at the acquisitions they brought in from free agency. Looking at
yeah,
what they went and got in the draft, and looking at the whole autonomy of the situation, man. The whole
yeah,
magnitude of how everything is starting to gravitate towards the Cowboys because about 3-4 weeks ago, all you heard about was Michael Carson's contract. Michael Parsons' contract. But man, it's so mute and vibe. Yeah, it's sublime that it's there about the contract, but everybody from A to Z to double Z is
mhm,
talking about the Cowboys. I told you it's gonna be like the Dr. Pepper hype train, dog. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told you. I'm gonna talk trash like Muhammad Ali, y'all. I told y'all. Hey, get on the hype train while you can, because once that something gonna start moving, you're gonna get this train ain't gonna get derailed unless they derail themselves. Other than that, get out the way because we're laying tracks, baby.
so true. Give it up one time. So yeah, that's where we are, man. So on yesterday they had Oxnard Fan Night, which was hosted by Visit Oxnard. This was the city giving a what is it, fan night of events and activities for the fans on last night. On today, this morning, is opening day ceremony. Doors open at 9:15 this morning. Plus open practice at 11:45. So here, this is what we got going on from here on out. So today is open day ceremony with practice in July 27th. Open practice first. This is the first first padded practice. July 28th is open practice. July 30th is open practice, 11:45. July 31st is Heroes Appreciation Day presented by the USAA plus practice at 11:45. So yeah, we're gonna get that first practice in here shortly, man. So and when we talk about this, and I think I lost my connection. Just hold on. But again, just fill us in, and what else you got going on while I get this set up? Give me a second. Go ahead and give me what you got on your mind real quick.
Well, the one big take that's on my mind, and plus we're gonna dive into it more in depth later on, is Watkins up out of with the LA with the Nevada Raiders, Vegas Raiders. Big guy, big man up in the middle, in his situation concerning injury and contract and whatnot. Uh, it's a lot of hobble gobble going on concerning him and his situation and whatnot, and why the Raiders released him and their concerns concerning the medical red tape with his injury and whatnot.
Hmm.
However, what is clever on this situation is if the Cowboys look into this situation,
Right.
and we all know that the Cowboys have one of the greatest medical team in pro football. Say if we can
Yeah.
if not just pro sports, you know, because
Yeah.
it's been high schoolers, it's been high school football teams done sent their athletes to the Cowboys facility to be examined by their physicians and stuff like that, just to get those young kids back on a speedy recovery and
Yeah.
whatnot. And it's been some collegiate athletes been known to be touched on by the physicians with the Cowboys. So if we could get past the red tape legality parts of that situation and see that this guy could be a go for us, that would be a great bonus.
Yeah, so and then we're gonna definitely get into that. Matter of fact, while you own that, let's go ahead and get into it. And this individual we're talking about is what okay, there
So
we go.
Wilkins, Watkins, something like that.
Okay, Christian Wilkins. That is
Yeah.
his name. So we're gonna get back on it, but since we because I kind of got thrown off, I have lost connection for a minute. But this is Christian Wilkins. So Christian Wilkins is one that has been released by he was released by the Raiders. Okay.
Right.
So he had a 5-year contract for $110 million.
Mm-hmm.
Also he was guaranteed, was it 35 million guaranteed?
Right. Right.
Well, come to find out that the Raiders has released this guy. They have released this guy. So the reason being is because of something of a foot injury, and he is saying that he rather rehab than have surgery. But the organization said, you know what, we're just going to give you your 35 million guaranteed, and we're going to cut you. So with that being said, is it possible that the Cowboys can entertain this? Well, we do know that the Cowboys could basically bring him in for an interview. I would think so, right?
Right.
Yeah. But the question is, so there's another $85 million that's left on his contract that he would have to be owed by the organization, whatever organization brings him in. So this is something that we do definitely need one technique. After we've seen that Monty Smith has been playing a lot of three technique, and so it's definitely a question or a concern that needs to be addressed. So what do we do with this situation? I say we bring him in for an interview and we can see and maybe have Dan Cooper look at the but like we always say, football junkie, and down here in the South, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Give it up.
Treasure. Yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
just it just depends on what the treasure's gonna cost us. So I don't know if he's gonna be willing to make some adjustments or whatever. But again, we'll get more into that. But that is where we are with this. This is the latest news, latest and breaking news. So
You,
yeah.
you you know there can be some leverage in the Cowboys' favor in this situation due to the fact that it's a known injury. It's an injury that the player prefers to rehab than have surgery. And there's a lot of situations where we know, as you know, we can use Michael Parsons last year. He played at the end of the season, last 3, 4, 5 weeks of the season, one arm man. He's the one he had basically played with one arm. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of times players do choose to just try to rehab and play on 90% and be very highly effective over
Hmm.
surgery because sometimes those surgeries can have lingering effects on a player where it can break down your body and lead into other scenarios.
Yeah.
He might be playing his card trump tight like that. So being that, whatever organization or team look at it, they can leverage with him on those terms that he's going by for his not having surgery over just rehab. But
Yeah.
excuse me, y'all. Um, that might be a contract breakdown for him. You know what I'm saying? That can we can win off of.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true, man, and that's something we have to, well, like I said, we can look into it, but woo, we still got others, yeah, pots on the fire that we need
Excuse
to
me.
deal with. We have to deal with, as we got right now. Got some
Right.
situation going on. So that's the latest news. So we're gonna give you that latest news right off the top. But we're gonna get back into what our Dallas Cowboys is doing, and I just brought this video up, and I think we want to hear about when we talking about the high energy in Oxnard Cowboys camp. That means that everything is up tempo, NASCAR, everybody's moving, and I brought a question of how can you be physical with foam padding on your helmet? How can you be a physical foam padding on your helmet?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a way. The culture is you can see the shift of the culture, the environment, the energy on the field, and how Schottenheimer is changing the mentality and the physical way of they're doing their practices. So here's a question to Dak. Dak was asked this question, and this is what he had to say. Let's see if we can get into this and see what he was talking about when it came to the high energy.
A good thing. I don't think there's necessarily they. I mean, maybe one of them we had some punches going, but other than that, I mean, it's football. It's high emotions. You got guys out here practicing and competing for their life, competing for
That's right.
jobs.
Yeah.
You've got to have that edge. I think that's a difference. That's the difference right there. Is how passionate these guys are. I mean, they're being taught and being told to compete every day, and some guys compete different ways, right? And I think when you put that together at times, you're going to have those disagreements, you're going to have those frustrations, but they've been doing a good job of, for the most part, viping each other up, looking in the face and realizing, okay, this is my teammate. I'm not going to take it there. And just as important as that, understanding that you can't take it there on game day either. So, learning from it, controlling the emotions at the same time of being competitive. I mean, coach says it all the time. We can be competitive without being combative.
Give it up. Very well said, brother. Very well said. I must say myself, because that right there, Dak is pretty much the only individual that's locked under contract as far as the oldest guy. So these are a lot of young individuals, a lot of young players on this team. Like you said, they're hungry. They're looking for work. They got to feed their families. So yeah. So here's what, and this was brought to us. Matter of fact, I got to give the credit. This was actually brought to us by Joseph. I believe it was Joseph. What is his name? Hoyt, Joe Hart. That's who it was. Joe Hart. Hoyt brought this. We got to give credit to where credit is due. But this is what he's saying, man. I mean, they're preaching they're preaching to be competitive, and with having the competition in place, these are some of the things that you're going to see. Which I don't have a problem with it, football junkie.
None whatsoever, man. I don't have a problem with it either. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind them punching each other in the mouth. That's just like being from the same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we fight
Yeah,
each other. We make up the next day. We cool, go to the swimming pool and all that stuff like that. But let somebody else come up in our neighborhood that's outside the neighborhood. Guess what's supposed to happen? Here's to get that business.
not necessarily that, but there's gonna be some problems.
It's gonna be a problem. Yes, sir. So I don't mind that whatsoever and whatnot, man. Because it's been a long time since we actually see any type of real life scuffles by the
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys amongst the Dallas Cowboys. Only time we really see some scuffles when we had them inter squad scrimmages with other teams and stuff
yeah,
like that. Then we see some stuff like that. But now the whole battle plan is know what you playing with and who you're playing amongst, man. If you got that chip on your shoulder, you want somebody else to have two chips on their shoulders next to you.
that's right.
Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Man, if I'm in it to win it, you better be too, dude, or just move around. That's just pure point blank.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you, man. And this is basically something that is needed in this practice. So when we talking about the competition and the competitiveness, this is what you're going to see. So with that being said, man, there's other video that I have that I want to share as well, that we have here. And
Mhm.
here's the latest talk about Donovan Ezeraku. That is
Oh
the
yeah.
guy everybody's talking about right now, and this is a uh, tape of him going up against Tyler Guyton, and they're saying this guy is damn near another Michael Parson coming off this edge. So Yeah, we need to check it out. Let's get into this one here as well. Let's see what this is look like. But let me see if I can pull this one up here. Let's see.
I
Let's get
saw that move he
here.
put on
And this
Tyler
one is
Guyton.
brought
He
to us.
moved him up.
Yeah, this is brought to us by Calvin Watkins. He shared this with us. Hold on, man. She didn't know I'm doing my recording. That's my wife. She called me. Yeah, doing my recording. So hopefully we can see this, but it's kind of far. But right here, you can see this where Ezraku is, and this is where Tyler Guyton is right here, man. And yeah, let's just see what happens here, dude. Let me back it up a little bit, and let's get into it. This kid is going to be something nice. Got his hand in the ground. There he is. And I know we're talking about Donovan and the type of player that he is, and he's going to be something nice. This kid is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be something nice. I mean, he just and the question was he was interviewing, and the question was asked, who are some of the players that he watched, and he said, "Well, the guy across from me, Michael Parsons." So now you got two of these guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that was a good thing seeing Donovan move like he's been, man. He's been wrecking havoc, bro. He has been wrecking havoc for the defense, and yeah, his name is being called on a regular basis. So yeah, this is a good thing, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I most definitely feel like it's a good thing, man. By all means necessary, because in order to have a good pass rush, especially exterior pass rush, you have to have some good guys on the ends to make sure you can either push the quarterback, flush him out, or push him back up into that pocket, man. You got to
Yeah,
have that, man. It's nothing better than a bookend. You got to have a bookend. You
there
got
you
to.
go. That's so true, and that is what's going to help. So that means if you're finding yourself in 12,
Hmm.
15, and you got Mike on one side and Dunham on the other side, dude. They better have a screen pass. I'm sure that's the only way you're going to be able to beat this. There's got to be a screen pass, or there's going to have to be a quick handoff. But if you're trying to, and that's defeat the purpose, trying to run a screen pass in third and 15 or second and 22. Hell, that's going to be
Yeah.
second and 45.
So, hey, the defense gonna have their ears pinned back on that
Yeah.
on a long situation like that. Anything outside of 10 yards, you long for real. You real
Mhm.
long, and
Yeah.
the defense gonna have their ears pinned back coming.
That is so true, and that's where it's going to be important that we bring the pressure up the middle as well. So that just I'm like I say, man, this is a plus. This is a plus, and I'm thinking of what's going to happen. Also, we're going to have a rotating defensive end, defensive line as well. So you're going to be probably seeing 8 players coming in, keeping some fresh legs on the field. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see the Cowboys being ramped up and being fresh on the interior part of the defense too, man. Because they so hard pressed on making sure they not just have 1-0 technique. They want 2-0 techniques so they can keep that fresh push on that center. As long as you keep applying pressure to the center, you got most of the. That's just like taking the head off of a giant. The center is the key piece to that offensive line. If you can flush that center, well, that center has to be able to get some assistance help from the right guard or the left guard. You creating
Yeah,
a lot of havoc. You
that's
done
true.
the battle is won.
The battle is won. That's so true. So, and that's and we talk about Donovan as a real cool, but we got to talk about Michael too, man. And I'm not going to talk long about Michael. Like I say, either pay Michael now, you can pay him later, but you're going to have to pay him. But because Micah doesn't have anything to do, fam, he don't have nothing to do. So, um, this was recorded. I don't know how long ago, but the guy is evidently he's bored. Okay, uh, he's bored, and this is what we got going on with Michael when he's in his street clothes. This is what's going on with Michael Parson, just being bored, and yeah, him and Derwin, James. Will somebody please put this man in a uniform? This man
Hey,
is bored, man.
and the thing about that with Derwin James, that's a rookie linebacker that we got from Florida. That's who that
Somebody
is.
get this man, get him a helmet. Somebody get this man signed. He don't know what to do with himself, man. He's wrestling on the field, man. But I like it. Again, this is competition at its best.
Yeah,
We're
competition.
watching competition.
It's competition.
Oh, yeah, he's bored, man. And give it up for Michael Parsons and give it up to Derwin James as well. Somebody get this man signed so he can get on the field because he's definitely bored, man. But it's good to see that, again, this is just the culture that we've been talking about, the culture of this organization, competition and playing under pressure. So, and that's what's going on, man. With Michael Parsons, he's on the sideline. He wants to get a piece of the action. So what he does, he go grab grabs a rookie and picks on the rookie. And again, I am so excited with this tempo and what I've been seeing over the last 3 practices that we have, and now we're starting again on today with practice. But man, it's just been high energy all the way around. I mean,
High energy all the way around, man.
yeah, what do
High
you think?
energy all the way around. Well, I think I love it, man. I love it, man. I love it, man, because the expectation is high. It's
Hmm.
very high, man. That's what you want. You want everybody to have the mindset being on the same page every day. This is what is expected. When you step out on this practice field, this is what is expected from each and
Yep.
every individual, all the way down to the coaching staff. Players is feeding off the coaching staff, man. That lets you know our head coach has got a plan. Our
Hmm.
defensive head coach, our assistant head coach got a plan.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hey man, they are
No, that's
trying
so
to
true.
run this ship. They are trying to run this ship the way the ship is supposed to be ran. The captain is running the ship how it's supposed to be ran, though. They want
Hmm.
everybody to be able to have the same intensity level, not with no lackluster performances. They ain't expecting no lackluster performances from nobody. Because when it comes down to the nut and cranny, when it comes down to the making the roster, they're gonna be very efficient about who they let go and who they keep.
Yeah.
You that young baby will be ready to see it's supposed to go down, dog.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go
Well,
down.
it's already going down. Here's a clip right here. This is brought to us by Tommy Yarish. He brought this to us, and we got front row seat to see what's going on. Again, this is the energy. This is the culture of competition. So again, these individuals, man, they're hungry, and guess what? They looking for a job. So this is something got chippy today. So check it out. And there goes Schottenheimer. He's running out there, but he likes the energy. So
Hey man, that's what happened when you have a dog pound. All of them barking and they ready to bite. Look at them. They all barking and ready to bite. They all barking. Hey man, the dogs are ready to get off the chain, man. The dogs are
so
ready to get off
yeah,
the
man,
chain,
that's a
man.
lot. So again, man, I'm loving it, man, and I've been watching over the last few weeks, man, and watching well, not few weeks, but last few days rather, and watching this practice, man. And as we go along, man, I've been seeing this up tempo, this high energy on the field to where it's leading. And like I said, I was like, how can you be physical when you got foam padding on your helmet? But hey, it happens, and I'm eager to see what it's going to look like when they put the pads on. Hmm?
Okay. Say this
Yeah,
this is the this is this climate is specifically created like this because you have a lot of players that are here coming from they are basically journeymen. All right.
yeah.
They are like a merchant marine here. They're being
Hmm.
picked and pulled from various different uh departments of various other units on the football season. I mean football teams, and they brought in here with the Dallas Cowboys and being unified as one. So everybody's trying to come together and get an understanding of not only just the concept of what they're have the plays and stuff that they run. They having to gel together because you got a lot of players that's on 1 year contracts. Majority of the team is on 1 year contracts and they want a home, man. These dudes are trying to get paid to stay and play with the Dallas Cowboys or make
Yeah,
a way for themselves somewhere else.
yeah.
But there's no ideology of nowhere else. Right now, they thinking about right now, right here, and what I need to do.
Mm. Woo! That's good. Now, and we seeing the edginess, and Dak even said the edge, the fights and the near fights and things like that. But I want to show you some talent, bro. I'm gonna show you
Okay.
some talent here. And dude, I'm like, sheesh, Louise. And it wasn't nothing. It was something basically normal for this individual. But when we see it, it's a wow factor to us. So let's check
Mm-hmm.
this out, bro. What?
Mm,
What?
mm, mm,
What? Ain't no
mm.
there's no such thing as a number two receiver. This guy's a one. Ain't no 1A, 1B. This is a one. You got two number ones. Did you just see that? Did you just
Hey,
see? Let's look at it one more time.
that's some. We playing with some high joker, low joker type of stuff, man. Matter of fact, this ain't no low joker, high joker situation. This is Joker's wide.
Joker's what?
Joker's
Ooh,
wide.
that's a good one. Give it up, bro. That's bananas. This is normal. This is nothing. But to us, what? 2 feet in, bro. 2 feet in. This is normal for me. I do this. That's what he's saying.
Yes,
I
sir.
do this. That's nothing. That's a 50-50 ball, man. And nobody could get that but him, bro. One more time. Look. What the what? Hey, y'all can say what y'all
Okay.
want, man. Y'all better, you know what? They better. Every team out there better be concerned. I'm gonna tell you something, and I got to get to this here because this what kind of pissed me off. Let me stop this for a second. But you know, I talk about the element of surprise, and we've been talking about that of the element of surprise, and the thing about what these teams will not have for the first 4 to 5 games is tape on our Cowboys, right? There won't be no tape because no one knows what this offense is going to look like. No one knows what the scheme is going to look like. But I got to say this here too, football junkie. It kind of pissed me off because I saw this. Now, when I attend Oxnard and I have my camera, whatever, one thing I do, I use a close frame viewing or recording to not just to show the lineman. And then what I do when the ball is thrown, I'll take the camera and I follow the ball or whatever. Just to kind of not give up so much to where our social media can get a grasp. And a lot of mainstream medias do that. You won't see them, in a wide view of the whole formation of scheme. It's more of a close view, you know, uh recording. So, outsiders can't. Well, and if you get this video, I hope he hears me good. Well, we got one
I know what you're
content,
talking about.
big time content creator. And to each his own. You do what you want to do. That's fine. I don't care. But bro, you sabotaging us.
I know
Dude,
exactly what you're talking
you
about,
going
too.
you're going wide view. Wide view. Oh my gosh.
And
No.
you and you supposed to be the number one Cowboys content.
And I give him that. I'm not gonna take it from him, but bro, you supposed to know you don't go wide view, man. Now, guess what? They got footage. Wait a minute.
What? Yes, sir. Shots fired.
Bro, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, and I understand he's trying to give the information to his audience. Bro, you wide view. I'm looking in here. I'm looking at the 4 wide. I'm looking at oh my god.
I know exactly what you're talking about, too. I'm co-signing, too.
I can't make this up, bro. Wide view, man. Look, take those videos down, man. He need to take those down before they go viral. I mean, element surprise is out the window.
Because all somebody gonna say is, what was that was lined up in? Run that back. You see that? But you know what our head coach said, though? Shotty said, he said, we might line up in the pistol, we might line up in the wildcat. I said, oh, shiggity. Don't do that. So we got some skill speed, dog.
But you know how much footage he's giving up right now?
A lot.
And
A
he's not
whole
gonna
week worth. A whole week's worth.
I mean,
And
where's content
that's
creator?
just in t-shirts and helmets.
All I need is a formation. All I need to see is what the front line scheme looks like.
That's it.
So, and I understand. I mean, to each his own, man. But that's something, man. If he does get this video, bro, reconsider what you're doing. I understand you cannot give up the whole formation and scheme. That's fine. What you're doing. It's hey, it's your show. It's your show. But I'm just saying, from one content creator to another, and I know I'm not as big as you, but some things it's okay to take advice from a small content creator. But anyway, yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. But
I know exactly what you're talking about.
hopefully somebody tells him, hey, dude, bro, don't do that. Oh man, but again, man. So I'm really excited, man, with what we got going on, man, with this organization. But again, man, the latest, and I'm going to wrap this thing up. But I still want to let everybody know that we haven't to move Mozzie Smith around from 1 tech to 3 tech, and bro. And not only that, we're going to talk about Mozzie Smith real quick, and I'm going to also I want to talk about Tyler Guyton, man, and what I've been seeing on film, man. Guyton still needs work. Mozzie still needs work. I don't know, bro. I
Say,
don't know.
man, hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but we got to talk about that jetpack we seen on a turnover back in the end zone. Agent Zero.
Wait a minute. Well, maybe was that him? I just saw something blur across the screen. I just
Yeah,
saw
I
something
did
running down
too.
the sideline. I don't.
And I said,
Well,
who is that?
who is that masked
I said,
man?
who is that? And I had to rewind it back real quick. I said, ooh.
DeMarvion Overshown.
I said, ooh.
Full speed, running full speed down the sideline after the interception by Malik Hooker.
And he was standing at the back of the end zone, waving his flag when the man caught the interception and then took off.
So it's possible that we might see him now. They say it takes 9 months. They say he's 13 months ahead of schedule. So we might see him a lot sooner than later. It's possible.
It's
It's possible.
possible.
Yeah. So that's great news, man. I mean, just to see that, yeah, I was like, whoa, that was Overshown run. So people can miss me when they say that Daniel Cooper is not the best surgeon in the country, because he is. I watched him work. I watched him do surgery on my son. And the first thing he told me, he said, well, what Brandon has to do, he's had to learn to trust that this a repaired knee, like his old knee. He said, yep, the repaired knee is stronger than his old knee. He's just got to learn how to trust it. And
Yeah.
again, not only Cowboy fans come to Daniel Cooper, but there's players that come from other teams to come to Daniel Cooper for these type of surgeries. So miss me with that, him not being the guy to go to. But yeah, so evidently Overshown is looking like he's ready. Look like he's ready. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it because the way
Yeah,
he took off, man, I was like, wow, dude.
yeah, yeah. So that's great news. That was something good to see. But again, I got to get back to Mozzie and Tyler Guy.
Okay.
Mozzie was moved around for whatever reason. I guess his weight is he was at 337 at one time. Now I guess he's down to 300. So now they're trying to move him to the one technique, man. And he was matched up against Tyler Smith, and dude just got pushed back to the linebacker. I don't know, bro. I just, Greg Ellis said it best. He said, we need to see his superpowers, but if we don't see his superpowers, we might need to trade him.
I saw in one video clip where Booker handled him. The rookie got at it.
I just look at his demeanor, man. It's just like his demeanor. He's just kind of like, it's like this movement. Like I said, I like to watch the trenches. I like to see what's going on in the trenches, man. That's what create everything else on the backside. But I don't know, man. Mozzie, so that look like we're down to maybe just one tech, and that's Jake Thoya. And we're not sure if he's ready to become that starting tech one. I don't know.
Say, man, could Mozzie be another Bobby Carpenter on our end? Because it's a lot of players it's a lot of players that their talent get masked and overlooked at, or they look good because the other 9 or 10 are just that good and they need that attention, or the other 6 or 7 is just that good, and you happen to be lost in the sand amongst all this talent to where all you have to do is be exceptionally well.
And
And that was the case with Bobby Carpenter when he was at Ohio State. He had all these phenomenal football players on the team with him till all he had to do was learn the plays, learn the system, and
yeah,
show up
yeah,
and perform to some, make a few big plays here and there. But I mean, Bobby Carpenter underperformed for us.
very much, man. Damn.
Now we got another one from the Big Ten, another one, and
Yeah.
Martin Smith underperforming.
Dude, that's why now that's where my concern is, man. If we don't get a number one, a one technique, man, everything is fool's gold because everything's looking good on the outside. But if we don't take care of this this uh this defensive tackle position at the one technique, man, we can call it all for naught. And with
Okay,
that being said, and then we flip it over to the other side of the ball on Tyler Guyton's side, man. Donovan was giving him the blues, man.
maybe that might be the trade right there. But still, though, the Raiders released the dude,
Who?
the big technical.
You're talking about,
Yeah,
yeah, Wilkins.
yeah.
Well,
That could have
nobody saw it coming. Nobody
nobody
saw
saw
it
it
coming.
coming. Neither. But I mean, if that man at 110, the Raiders cut ties with him, Cowboys can do the same with Mozzie.
So $85 million is still owed to Christian Wilkins. I don't know, man. I'm sure they'll probably bring him in, but so, somebody's going to get him. I don't know if I don't know our numbers where we are, but I know we're tight for money right now. But sure they'll probably bring him in to interview him. But um, and we could flip to the other side of the field. I mean, Tyler Guyton, man. I mean, again, this is going to be a learning curve for him, man. But man, Donovan come through there. Tyler went to extend his arms, and Donovan just pushed down his arm and caught grass on him, man.
No, sir.
Give it up. So that's another concern, man. I mean, will Tyler Guyton be able to hold that side down? I don't know, but yeah, these are some concerns that need to be addressed as well. So we'll see. But what I do like, and I know I'm kind of moving all over the field, but what I do like the way this offensive line scheme is looking like. We now what I can see is more of a gap scheme type
Hmm.
running game. And what the beauty of this is, football junkie, is watching these linemen run downfield. They're running downfield blocking, man. They on their horse. They looking for some. Bro, we know that last time we done that. Sending the linemen
A minute.
downfield blocking.
Been a minute. A
Dude,
minute.
they
Several
move.
minutes.
Dude, they making their blocks and then they going downfield, looking around. I don't know who wear number 71. I gotta find out who said 71 was going down that field, baby. I know he ever been a 6'8" or whatever. He running and he just pushing folks out the way, man. But
Hey,
that's
man.
what we need to see.
That's what we have to see, man. That's what we have to see, man. They they
Man,
they, they want to play. Hey, everybody got to want to do their part.
yeah.
Everybody got to want to do their part. And then there's nothing wrong with, what I'm saying, going above and beyond, because the play don't stop until the whistle blows.
Whoa, wait a minute. So while you standing back there looking around, you get your butt down there and put your body on the body. Whoa.
Because that might be a softening blow on that defensive play.
And that's so true. But when I was coaching Pee Wee football, I always tell my kids when they run down the field to block somebody, I say, I don't mind you going down there and block somebody, but just don't block. If you don't see they eyes, don't block them. Because, a
Yeah.
lot they want to be in on action. Them little kids, I say, you can block them, but if you see the white of his eyes, if you don't see the white of his eyes, do not block him. But This is what I'm seeing with this offense. Man, these guys are moving downfield. I mean, chewing, man. They chewing. Woo woo.
Yes,
Woo, woo.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
love it. And I'm gonna
Yes,
tell you
sir.
this. I'm gonna tell you this, and we're gonna get out of here. But I'm gonna tell you this. Boy, I saw a running back come out that backfield the other day. And next thing you know, couldn't see him. And next thing you know, he popped up out of there and took about 40 yards. You don't want to know who it is?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Who am I
Deuce,
talking about?
Deuce.
I'm telling you, man. I know people, man. I did a video about a short on. I said let him laugh because he's going to get the last laugh. You cannot deny this guy. You got a Clayton Adams type of offense with Connor Riley, which Deuce Vaughn comes from Connor Riley. Who knows this scheme best? And he's only 5'7". The guy. This is how Darren Sproles was so good.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm going to say this, football junkie. One of those two starting veterans probably won't be there, and I'm say maybe Javonte. I don't know, man, but I don't think they're going to keep both of those veterans. I
But
don't think
you know
so.
what, man? I haven't seen no activity out of Moffitt. They still trying to hold off on him, let him rehab or something.
Man, I don't know. He's ready. I don't know. He's not getting no. He's getting carries, but not many. I mean, Hunter Luke is not getting no carries. I ain't seen nothing from Hunter Luke.
I seen Hunter Luki the other day. They had him in motion as a lead blocker out of the backfield.
They're going to have to make some choices, brother.
But you know they got, as Shotty said, he has some plans for Hunter Luki.
Okay. Okay. Well, you got to get it down to 53. You got to get it down
Got
to
to put
53 one way or the other. I mean, and maybe they can probably, put him on practice squad and call him up for a particular game for a particular scheme that they plan on running in that game. I don't know. He might make the 53. He might won't suit up or whatever. But yeah, but man, we got some competition going on, and like I say, like this title is called High Energy in Oxnard Cowboys Camp. That's exactly what they have out there on the field, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm
yeah.
fired up as well. So, but once we deal with these two issues with this one technique and this offensive tackle situation, I'll feel a lot better. But so what's your last words, fam? What you got before we get out of here?
Just stay posted. Keep
Say
your
what?
popcorn. Stay posted. Keep your popcorn ready. That's all I got to say.
And you know what? That's why the Cowboy Huddle podcast brings you news that you can use. So with that being said, do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and also hit that notification bell so you will be notified when the next video is posted. But again, guys, thank y'all for everything, your support, your time spent with us, man. We appreciate you guys, and all the new subscribers. We see you. Thank you for your support as well. But with that being said, like I always say, continue to stay safe and be blessed. Deuces, we're out.